welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be getting into this hair and makeup look. She's giving sultry, she's giving sexy, snatched, very like date night-ish look. So I'm super excited to get into this hair and makeup. I love the way this look came out. So if you want to see how I got it, then just make sure to keep on watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel before we jump in. We're going to be starting off fresh-faced, of course, and getting into the hair first. Shout out to Recool Hair Company for sponsoring today's video. They sent over this super cute curly wig. You guys already know how I love curly hair. It's like my favorite to wear. So yeah, I'm definitely like excited to get into this wig and install it for you guys. So I'm gonna be leaving all of the information for this hair down below in the description box. So if you have any questions, just make sure to check the description box. Along with the wig, they sent over some super cute accessories. We got some combs, wig caps, hair clips, this super cute little silk satin-ish bonnet, and a little like leopard print headband. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep my hair first to install this wig. I usually just put my hair in like a flat braid in the back. This is kind of like what I've been doing with my hair lately, like underneath my wigs. I relaxed my hair a few months ago. Before I had to do like cornrows just to get my hair to lay flat underneath my wigs. Now I can just put it in like a little flat braid in the back like this, and my wigs lay perfectly flat. It's been great, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've been loving it. Like, I definitely do not regret it. I was natural for like maybe 9 or 10 years, so I'm okay with relaxing my hair. But anyways, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into this wig install. I went ahead and added my wig caps. To tint the wig cap, instead of using makeup, I actually use the lace tint from Ebin. It comes in like an aerosol spray. I don't know exactly what color specifically it is, but I know I use one that's like closer to my complexion. So I just like spray the front of the wig cap, and it just makes the wig cap a little bit darker in shade, so it blends in better with my complexion before I go in with like the install. I also use a lace tint on the actual lace. So I use the lace tint on the wig cap, and I use the lace tint on the actual lace, just to make sure everything is super seamless. The lace on this wig was a little bit darker than my complexion, so I ended up having to use a lace tint that's a little bit on the lighter side to balance out the darkness of the lace. Once I have the wig ready to go, it's plucked, it's, you know, bleached, the knots are bleached, everything's ready to go for the lace. I'm gonna go ahead and secure this baby down using some lace adhesive from Ebin as well. And this is the active lace adhesive. I love this spray adhesive. It's so awesome. It holds down like my wigs so well, especially in this Florida humidity. You know, you need something that's gonna be like super secure. And this lace adhesive is it. I love it so much. I've been using it for all of my lace installs. Before, I would spray it over my lace. Like, I would place the lace down onto my skin and then spray the adhesive on top, but I don't do that anymore. I just spray it directly onto my skin and lay the lace on top of the adhesive. I just feel like it makes for a much more like flawless install. I don't have to worry about like the adhesive getting like stuck in the roots of the hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray that all over the hairline, and then I'll use my blow dryer on a cool setting to dry all of that down. Now that the adhesive and the lace is all dry, I'm gonna cut away all of the extra lace using some scissors, and then we can go ahead and start working on our edges. So I like to do like a kind of like a softer, fluffier edge these days, but I like to go in with my curling wand and like curl the little hairs on my edges first, and then I'll go in with like my styling products to mold them down and everything. Pretty much like the look that I go for is, it's definitely like a softer look than what I used to do, but it's still very like styled. So the edges are very like styled still. It just looks a little bit on the softer side, if that makes sense. I definitely use less product to style my edges before I would use like a hair gel or something like that. But usually for the most part, I just use like a tiny bit of some edge control just to kind of get the hairs in place. And then I'll go in with like maybe like a little bit of hairspray to like hold them down even more. I'm gonna go ahead and finish styling those up. And once I'm done, I'll go ahead and start styling these curls. So before I add any like styling products to this hair, I'm going to just kind of like soak it in some water first. I feel like anytime that I'm working with curly hair, I always like to make sure that the hair is damp before I go in with my styling products. I feel like the products just distribute throughout the hair a lot easier, like when the hair is damp. So I'm gonna go in with my spray bottle. It's full of water, like just water by itself. I'm gonna make sure that this hair is nice and damp. Then I'll comb through the curls just to detangle and everything. Then I went ahead and added my styling foam from Isoplus. This is their olive oil styling foam. I've been really loving this stuff because it just makes the curls look super like juicy and defined and yeah. So I'm gonna run some of that into the hair using my fingers. That's pretty much it. I think I just decided to do like a side part. So nothing crazy as far as like styling the hair is concerned. I just really wanted to make sure that these curls were super defined and just like looking really like luscious. But that's pretty much it for the hair. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up these edges before I get started on this makeup look. Like I mentioned before, all of the information for this hair is gonna be in the description box. So if you guys have any questions, just make sure to check there. Thank you again so much to Recool Hair Company for sponsoring this video. Hair is all done, so let's go ahead and jump into the makeup. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and add my eyeshadow primer. I'm using Be Perfect's Perfect Prime eyeshadow primer like I always do. I already have my brows done and I also did one eye off camera, so we're just going to jump straight into this eye look, starting off with the primer. So I'm going to make sure to blend that really well into the concealer that I have on the eye area from doing my brows, and just make sure that's like really well blended in. So that way there's no harsh lines in between that primer and like my brow bone area. Next thing I'm going to do is set everything with some powder. I'm just using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, but you can honestly use any translucent powder. I just like to use this one because it's in a compact, so it's easy to use. So a little bit of this works perfectly. So first shadow that we're going to be using is from Kaleidos Makeup. This is their new Cold Brew palette, and it's from the Nostalgia collection that they've just recently launched. I'm using one of the brown tones in this palette. I've been loving this entire collection of products that they just recently launched. It's literally like a dream. They have two quad eyeshadow palettes that they recently launched. There's this one that I'm using for this first transition color, and there's another one that I'll show you guys later on. And it just comes with like all of the perfect tones of neutrals, cool tones, warm tones, and I'm just loving it. Next color that I'm going to be using is from the Rebellious Nudes palette from Colored Raine. It's like a warm tone, kind of like a mustardy shade. I pretty much use this color to bring some some warmth to the eye look. I wanted this look to be more on the cool tone side, but I feel like this transition color here is just gonna kind of bring everything together so it's not like too cool toned, if that makes sense. I'm gonna use a really fluffy brush to apply this on the outer edge of our first transition color and just make sure to blend it really well into the crease. Then going back into that Cold Brew palette from Kaleidos Makeup, I'm gonna use the darkest brown from the palette and apply that onto the outer corner to start bringing some depth into the look. Then for the lid space, I'm going to use the lightest matte shade from the same palette and apply that next. I'm going in with a slightly fluffier brush for this particular shadow because I want the lid space and the crease to be very soft. I want all of the colors to just like diffuse really well into each other. So I'm going to make sure to use a fluffier brush to apply this so I get a much softer blend. Then for the inner corner, I'm going into the Artist Couture shadow palettes. I think it's like the smaller version of the Supreme Bronze palette, but I'm going to be using like this off-whites kind of cream tone shade to brighten the inner corner. So the liner is definitely going to be like the focus for this look, so I definitely made sure to take quite a bit of time to perfect it. And the pencil that I'm using is from Makeup Forever. I love using their artist color pencils when I'm doing like any type of smoky liner. So I sketched out the shape of the liner that I'm going for using this pencil, and once I have like the shape down, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more pressure and just kind of take my time and like fill in any empty spaces. So we've got our shape down, and now it's time to smudge this out. I'm gonna be using this black eyeshadow from the Kaleidos Makeup Black Jasmine palettes. This is the second quad from their nostalgia collection that they launched. I'm going to use a little angled brush to smoke out that liner using that black eyeshadow. Once I have the liner kind of to my desired smokiness, I'll switch over to a little Q-tip and a little bit of concealer. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer and just clean up the outer wing. For mascara, I'm using the Supernatural mascara from Melt Cosmetics to prep for my false lashes. I'm just going to do a couple of coats of that onto the top lashes, just so everything kind of like blends in together once I pop on my false ones. And the lashes that I'm using are from Lily Lashes. I've been loving these ones. These are in the style Mykonos, so I'm going to pop those babies on using a lash applicator and just squeeze those together with my natural lashes. There's no gap or space in between. So let's pause with the eyes for a second and work on the skin for a little bit. I'm going to be using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer to prep my skin for foundation. Been loving this stuff. It just kind of, you know, grabs onto that foundation real good and holds it tight so it lasts all day. Then for foundation, I'm actually using a new one from Makeup Forever. I was super excited when I got this in the mail. I think this is the HD foundation, but it's just like a revamped version of it. Either way, this foundation is awesome. I'm so excited to continue using this foundation because like the coverage of it is perfection. It's not too heavy, not too full coverage. It has like a nice, really lightweight feel to it, and it has like this perfect like medium, light to medium coverage that I'm like obsessed with. This Makeup Forever foundation might just be like my next go-to because it's amazing. It's brand new, just hit the market, and I'm obsessed with it. Another new product that just recently came in is this concealer from Benefit. It's their Boing concealer. For foundation, I really enjoy like a light to medium coverage, but with concealer, I still like to go like full coverage with it. So I've been really enjoying this concealer because it's definitely more like the full coverage side. side. I'm not entirely sure which shade I'm using, so I'll make sure to put it in the description box along with all of the other products that I'm using to create this look. But the formula of this concealer is really awesome. But yeah, definitely going to be using this concealer more often. It's also new to me. They just recently sent it over and I'm obsessed with it as well. For cream contour, I've been really using the sculpting stick from Cosmetics in shade Nomadic. The formula of it is really nice, guys. Like, if you haven't tried any of the blush and contouring sticks from Cosmetics, like, I highly recommend, because the formula of them is so nice. Like, they're just very easy to blend. The pigment is there. The colors are amazing. Like, they're really great. But I've been loving like this specific shade to do like a little bit of cream contouring before I go in with like my powders and stuff. And then for blush, I'm gonna be using one from Rare Beauty. I'm not sure if this is a new shade, but I just recently got this one. But I love the color of it. It's like this really cute, like mauvey, like soft pink. And I thought it would go perfect with this look because the eyeshadows that we use today are more on like the cool tone side. Now it is time to start setting everything with powder. I'm using the Chanel Natural Finish Loose powder, and you guys already know what the deal is. You know how obsessed I am with this powder. It's amazing. You've seen it. You see it now. It's beautiful. It's flawless. It's everything. But yeah, this powder is expensive, okay? I'm not even gonna lie to you. This powder is definitely more on the expensive side. But yeah, I love this powder. It's definitely worth the price in my opinion. I like to do a light set of powder first before I go in with my bake. Then I went in with the Colored Raine bronzing powder in shade Cinnabe for a little bit of extra warmth. And now I'm going in with Jordana Tisha's Peaches powder. This is the Brighten and Set Duo powder. So I'm going to use that to bake using my little triangle powder puffs from Amazon. You guys know how much I love these. But yeah, I'm just going to bake the under eyes and do a little bit on the bridge of the nose. I'm also going in with a new blush from Kaleidos Makeup as well, also from this Nostalgia collection. I thought this color would look super cute over like the pink blush that we applied before. It has more of like a pinky kind of like corally type of look to it. So I thought like the combination of colors would, you know, be super cute, and I don't know, I like it. I thought it was super cute. You can let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Like, I'm always here for a good blush. So once I have that on, I'm gonna go ahead and dust away the bake. I only dusted away the bake on the under eyes though. We're gonna leave the bake going on the nose. I'm gonna move back to the eyes now and just kind of finish the lower lash line up. I'm gonna add a little bit of eyeliner onto the waterline first, and the one that I'm using I believe is from Cosmetics. They came out with all of these amazing liners for the waterline specifically, and I've been loving them. I'm gonna go ahead and start smoking out the lash line. Pretty much just gonna go in with the same shadows that I used to do like the crease, as well as smoke out the liner, so that black eyeshadow. And we're just gonna kind of connect that lower lash line with the wings liner at the outer corner. And then I'll do a little extra mascara on the lower lashes to finish up the eyes. I'm gonna dust away the bake from the nose now and then add a little bit of highlighter onto the nose. I'm using one from Kaleidos Makeup as well. I know I've been using a lot of their products in this video. They just sent like a ton of new products though, so that's the reason why I'm using them. I'm using one of their highlighters. This is the Ray Rider one. I've been loving this one. It's like a little cute, like gold toned one. And I'm just gonna add that onto the bridge, the tip, and the sides of the nose. And from there, I'll move on to lips. I'm using one of my all-time favorite lip pencils. This is the NYX Slide On Glide On Lip Pencil in shade Intimidate. Perfect for a neutral lip. You guys already know how much I love a good nude lip. So this is gonna be like my first initial liner that I'm gonna use to fill in the lips. Then I'll go in with a slightly darker one to create a little bit of more depth and like contour. And to do that, I'm using the JCat Beauty Holy Addiction lip liner in shade Deep Brown. And And the lipstick that I'm using is also from Kaleidos Makeup. This is the Cloud Lab Lip Clay in shade Skinship. And of course, we want to finish off this look using some setting spray. I'm going to use my favorite at the moment. This is Benefit's Professional Super Setter Setting Spray. And that completes this look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's hair and makeup tutorial. If you did, definitely let me know in the comments and give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure to check the description box if you have any questions on any of the products that I used. Love the way that this look came out. I hope you guys did too. Thank you so much for watching as always. Sending lots of love, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one.